At Watson Chapel High in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, a turnaround may be on the horizon as Maurice Moody takes over a once successful football program that just endured a winless season.
Just told the kids, we don't worry about what happened in the past. We're moving forward, so whatever happened last year was last year. The only thing that matters is what we do today. We're just creating a culture of winning. All right, let's go. Be loud and proud. A culture of success, doing things the right way. And we're just taking any wins any way we can get them. 1, 2, 3.
It isn't Moody's first rodeo as a head coach inside state lines.
I was at Blytheville, was at West Memphis, was at Earle.
He comes from Jacksonville, where he spent 2 seasons leading the Titans, before then manning the ship at Little Rock McClellan for 7 seasons.
I just thought it was time for me to move on from Jacksonville. Little Rock McClellan is so much like this place. It kind of gives me chills. There's a ton of athletes, ton of talent here, and I just can't wait to get started. These kids, they're hungry. They're blue-collar type workers. They're ready to win. They're ready for some success. So they're buying into everything that we're selling right now, and they're working extremely hard. And if they continue to do that, success will come.
After former Watson Chapel coach Jared Dutton resigned to focus on baseball, Moody now tries to change the mood surrounding the Wildcats.
We came in and we started building relationships immediately on day one. And of course the kids nowadays, with social media, they do their background check, you know what I mean? So they already knew about me and they really made the transition smooth.
A native of Earle, Arkansas, Moody flipping the page to a new challenge has brought him unexpected solace in a difficult time.
They've welcomed me with open arms. The kids have been amazing up to this point. A lot of people don't know, during the time I took this job, my mom had just passed a week earlier, so I was down in the slumps. Mentally, I wasn't there. And they just made me feel, good about accepting this job. And they had no clue, that she had passed and what I was going through. But they just made me feel good about being here. And it was a family atmosphere, and it just made me, feel like I was at home and at peace with my decision.
Moody is no stranger to turning a team around. He's taken McClellan from the valley to the mountaintop. Going 1-9 in his debut season in 2013, he'd go on to bring the Lions to the 5A state championship in 2015 and 2017, accumulating 3 10-win seasons. He hopes history can repeat itself, this time at Watson Chapel, after they finished 0-8 last fall.
We're just not substituting anything for hard work in the weight room every single day, getting bigger, getting stronger, getting faster. We're building a brotherhood, some camaraderie amongst each other. Staff is working extremely hard, to make sure they put kids in the right position to be successful. We're going to be prepared. We're going to be physical. We're going to do things the right way. We're going to put a product on the field that everyone can be proud of. Excitement around the program is here. The kids are fired up. They're ready. We have some guys that played a lot of football last year. So we got some experienced guys returning, bringing in some younger guys, some athletic guys, kind of mixing those guys together and see what happens. I think there's a ton of talent here at Watson Chapel, and we're just going to make sure we put those kids in a situation to be successful. And we're going to make sure we hold them accountable and they do the things the right way, and we'll see what happens at the end. Yeah, go back to that, coach. Leave those guys alone. Y'all take care of the outside backer.
Moody's just about seen it all through his high school coaching career, and he knows the Wildcats conference well, as 5A Central and the Pine Bluff area are familiar territory.
Pretty much in the same conference there when I was at Jacksonville, same conference when I was at McClellan, minus PA and Christian, so very familiar with them. Got some really solid football coaches. I know we lost a lot of them. My friend Bobby Bowden, he retired. He's not in coaching anymore. Stinson, that was at Pine Bluff, he walked away. He's at Marion now. So there's going to be some new faces, but I'm pretty familiar with all of them.
Like any coach who's dedicated well over a decade to kids, passion is the fuel that keeps them going. Despite ups and downs on box scores and a personal loss, Moody isn't lacking in that department. Changing colors and wearing a new logo reminds him why he got into coaching in the first place.
It comes from when I was a teenager, my little brother, along with his cousins. It was about 8 or 9 of them. And I just kind of started, being kind of like the quarterback out there with them, throwing the ball around, teaching them how to tackle, things of that nature. And I just kind of fell in love with it. Went to Arkansas State, played football for a couple years there. And I just knew that I wanted to be a coach, and my passion came from, just being around the game all the time.
Moody has a track record of winning and producing athletes for the college level and the pros. As of late, his former player David Moore was an undrafted free agent signed to the Panthers last year and now plays for the Browns. And this year, Pierre Strong Jr., a rock star running back at McClellan, was drafted in the 4th round by the Patriots.
I've coached so many good athletes, man. But Pierre, I would have to say, is a special one. Doesn't come around often. And I knew Pierre was special the first moment I saw him. I didn't know he was going to turn into an NFL talent, but after about a year and the yards that he was putting up, I said, this guy's got a chance, but he's such a special talent.
The odds may seem stacked against Maurice Moody at Watson Chapel. After all, the Wildcats haven't had a winning season since 2017, but count him as a man with a plan.
As far as on the field, we're trying to make the playoffs. And the kids have really kind of gravitated towards the fact that, hey, we're going to do things the right way. We're going to lift weights every day. We're going to run, we're going to condition, we're going to watch film. We're going to do all those things that it takes, to be an ascending football team. Make sure we don't have 2 bad days of practices. Make sure we get 2% better. I know a lot of that stuff kind of sounds cliche, but we actually work on that type of stuff.
All right, go Cats. Go Cats.
Nick Walters, Fox 16.